Shalom. First and foremost, as always, Allah to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Elder Tahar and the rest of the elders that are fairly pushing this truth. And as always, peace and blessings unto the elect. All right, so I wanted to do this lesson expounding on what happened at the altar today, which we had went to a different camp location today. I believe this is like on 16th and Chestnut, something like that. I believe that's where we were at. Let me see. Yeah, I believe 16th and Chestnut, which we taught here a while ago. You know, back when I was teaching with this one dude, he fell out the truth. I told the story many times. Brothers probably know what I'm talking about. When I first started teaching on the highways and byways, we were camping down here at this spot, not right here in particular, but directly across the street. And then stopped teaching there. Maybe about a year later, we came back to that camp spot. Me and other brothers that I also used to teach with. So through the spirit, and today's Thanksgiving, so it wasn't really nobody at our regular altar, which is at Walnut, because those are college students, so more than likely they went back home. So the spirit got at us down here, and then it was highly spiritual, right? It was highly spiritual. This one guy who we seen like 3 years ago, we seen him today, man. The Most High, well, I know he's catching hell. He's looking through. And then the Heavenly Father brought forth this one brother. He's been learning about the Hebrew Israelites for about a few months now. And that's what I'm about to expound on this lesson. We need to be careful, or this is why the Heavenly Father has the right teachers around, because man, you have a lot of false teachers out there that are leading Israel astray. And this one brother, he came up with questions, because he didn't have the proper understanding of certain things, like the Sabbath, whether he should quit his job, and just other things as well. And the camp that he didn't say what camp it was, but we tried to discern what camp it was, and he said Young Brothers in blue. So me and the brothers from Gar discerned that maybe it's dealing with Watchmen. Okay, Watchmen for Israel. Now I'm not saying for sure that's them, but the way he described them and how it sounds, it may have been them, right? And the brother was saying that they was telling him, oh, if his job can't let him have off on Saturday, which according to them that's a Sabbath, which is not, that means that he should quit his job, and just telling him a bunch of nonsense. And that's why you need true teachers. That's why you need real teachers that's going to feed you with the correct understanding of the scriptures. All right? Because how you going to tell a grown man to quit his job if he can get off on a Sabbath? All right, that's being over righteous. And also many other things. I forgot what other things it was. He wasn't too sure of, but that was the main one that mainly sticked out to me. Right? They told this grown man to quit his job. The man got a wife, he got children, right? Now it's easy for them to say that's because they're a bunch of young brothers. They're very young, right? So yeah, some of them can't say that because some of them probably still live at home with their parents. But we're talking about a full-blown grown man. You can't tell a man that. Oh, he got to quit his job. And furthermore, the Sabbath that they keep is not even real. It's not even the real Sabbath. The Sabbath is determined by the new moon, not a fixed Sabbath, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. All right, so this is Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter, and the 15th verse. It says, "And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which I feed you with knowledge and understanding." And you have to have that level of discernment to be able to tell who who that is. Okay, who's actually going into the scriptures and breaking it down the correct way. And when the brother was listening to us break down the scriptures, we gave him the true understanding. You could tell he had a genuine, sincere smile on his face. He's like, okay, yeah, this is it. Why? Because we were going into the scriptures and breaking it down the correct way. And I could tell I could tell he wasn't really I can tell the difference. I can honestly tell the difference probably when he was up there listening to them versus us. Man, he probably was confused, left off confused, like, man, I don't know. I don't know about this. But then when he came across us and he hear us breaking it down, he's like, okay, yeah, this make more sense. Why? Because it's the Holy Spirit behind it. This is Malachi 3:18. This is, then shall you return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the heavenly Father and him that serveth him not. That's right, because not everybody is discerning. Not everybody is serving the heavenly Father and his Son the true way, the right way. Okay, got a lot of false teachers, got a lot of false doctrine out there. And you got to have that level of discernment to know what's what. And that's why the Most High has what? Watchmen. Okay, the true watchmen. That's caring over the flock, that's knowing the state of the flock. Okay, this is 1 John 4 and verse 1. This is believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are going out into the world. See that? So you got a lot of false teachers out there that's not teaching the right thing, and you have to be careful because if you stumble across the wrong teachers, or that's not breaking down the scriptures correctly to you, that's going to lead you astray. And it's very important. And a lot of Israelites in the faith, they take that very lightly. Or they think they can watch this camp, they think they can watch that camp, but that's utterly confusion. That's utterly madness. Okay, you can't mix. You cannot mix the two. You can't mix this doctrine with that doctrine. You just can't. Okay? One can't believe the mark of the beast is this, and the other can't believe the mark of the beast is that, but you support both camps. That's not possible. Now it's beautiful that, brothers are teaching, to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Or, the basics, the essentials. Esau's the white man. America's going to be destroyed. Salvation is only for Israel. But then you have the deep, dark sayings. You also have the nitty gritty of the scriptures, and you also have wisdom, and you also have wisdom as well. And that's what a lot of guys doesn't have. They don't have the proper understanding of the nitty gritty of the scriptures. They don't have the proper understanding of the deep, dark sayings, and they don't have that wisdom. That's what a lot of people doesn't have in this faith. So you have to make sure that your spiritual antennas is up, right? So that you can discern, who's going to lead me to the proper path, to Yahweh Shai. This is Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, verse 1. It says, moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat the roll. See that? So you have to eat the whole roll, because you eating the whole roll, that's what's going to equip you. Okay, that's what's going to equip you so that you can properly edify people. You have to know these scriptures. Okay, you have to know them so that you can properly edify the people. Let's go ahead and grab this in Nehemiah. Yeah, so he told the man to quit his job if he can't keep the Sabbath day on Saturday. First and foremost, the Sabbath is not a fixed Sabbath. Okay, the Sabbath day is not dictated by Saturday. It's dictated by the new moon. Number one. Okay, and number two, we're also in captivity. Okay, he just can't up and quit his job. Can't do that. You see? Now, this is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, and verse 8. Because that's being over righteous. Okay, that's being very over righteous, and he can destroy himself. There's Nehemiah 8:8. It says, so they read in the book in the law of the Most High distinctly and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading. And that's our job. Our job is to give the sense of the word, make sense of it, and cause the people to understand the readings. That's our job. And if we're of the house of David, going back to Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter, the 15th verse, we're going to feed the people with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right, because just like David, like it says in the book of Acts, the 13th chapter, he was a man after the Heavenly Father's own heart. This is Acts chapter 13 and verse 30. Acts 13 and 22. And when he had removed them, he raised up unto them David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, which shall fulfill all my will, which coincides back to Jeremiah 3 and 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which those pastors will be of the house of David, right? Because they're going to carry the same traits as David, which I'll feed you with knowledge and understanding. That's right, which that comes from wisdom. Grab that in Wisdom of Solomon. Sirach. This is Sirach, chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, he that feareth Hadawan will do good, and he that hath the knowledge of the law shall obtain her. And as a mother shall she meet him, and receive him as a wife married of a virgin. Verse 3 is the point. With the bread of understanding shall she feed him, and give him the water of wisdom to drink. And that's what we do when we go out there on them highways and byways. Okay, we give the people the bread of understanding and give them the water of wisdom to drink. And then they leave edified. They leave nourished. And like I said, I can tell, after the brother left, or when the brother was about to leave, I can tell that he actually felt edified. He actually felt nourished. Okay, yeah, I actually found, brothers that actually has the truth. Brothers that's actually bringing it down right. Now let me go ahead and grab this book of Acts, the 18th chapter. And through the Spirit, I had the pleasure to edify lots of people. So I can tell when, I can tell when somebody's getting it, and then I can tell when somebody's like, oh yeah, no, I'm not really with this. And I can tell through the Spirit, I'm like, okay, yeah, like he's actually understanding, he's actually getting it. So this is Acts 18 and verse 24. It says, and a certain man named Apollos, born at Alexandria, showing that there were Israelites in Egypt, because this is dealing with Alexandria, Egypt. This is an Israelite. His name is Apollos, an eloquent man and mighty in the scriptures, came to Ephesus. This man was instructed in the way of how to wine, and being fervent in the spirit, he spake and taught diligently the things of how to wine, knowing only the baptism of John. So Apollos, okay, he was diligent in the scriptures, but he only knew the baptism of John, which is what? Dipping you inside some water. Verse 26. And he began to speak boldly in the synagogue, whom when Aquila and Priscilla had heard, they took him unto them, and expounded unto him the way of the Most High more perfectly. That's right. So he needed the way of the Heavenly Father expounded more perfectly unto him. And now he's fully in the knowledge. Okay? Showing you that there is a perfect understanding of the scriptures. Let's read it in the NLT. Acts 18 and 26. It says, when Priscilla and Aquila heard him preaching boldly in the synagogue, they took him aside and explained the way of the Most High even more accurately. See, that's what there's an accurate way in which the scriptures should be taught. And a lot of people are not teaching the word with accuracy. Okay? And me, myself, I pride myself on making sure the scriptures is taught in an accurate way. Concise as possible. And that's how it's got to be in this faith. Be ye perfect, for your Father in heaven is perfect. Okay? Us Israelites in this faith, we shall pride ourselves in teaching the word with accuracy. Okay, 100%. Go ahead and grab this. I think in the book of Acts as well. Yeah, Acts 17. I believe it's Acts 17. Yeah, Acts 17. All right, and that's why, you may have brothers like me. Man, I'll get angry if I can't remember a certain precept or remember a breakdown. Why is that? Because we just want to be perfect, See right now. What is that? Acts. One where it says, I have not shunned to teach you all the ways of the Lord. Thought that was Acts 17. I'm gonna have to type it in, which I hate doing, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Let me type it in Google real fast. Just bear with me one moment. Okay, Acts 20. Acts the 20th chapter. So this is Acts 20 and verse, Acts 20 and verse 27. I'm gonna start verse 26. It says, wherefore I take you to record this day, that I am pure from the blood of all men. For I have not shunned to declare unto you all the counsel of the Most High. See that? So we declare all the counsel of the Lord, okay, as best as possible. And you need teachers like that out there that's going to lead you in the right and proper way. Because as long as the teacher is following Yahushai or Yahweh Yahushai, you're going to be led into the right and proper way. And which, by the way, Yahweh Dazah, I'm going to be going into, some basics. And because we started off camp, proving how we're supposed to still keep the law based off of a comment that I seen under Elder Tahar's video. Somebody asked, because there is a lot of which I've been blind to it just for a little, and also the fact that sometimes you just kind of expect brothers just kind of know, but there are brothers, even brothers that are even a year, 2 in, 3 years in. Okay, because I watch certain guys sometimes I stumble across certain guys' videos and see how they would deal with things, and like a lot of brothers are not equipped, man. A lot of brothers are not equipped in defending the gospel, salvation, being for Israel, even down to proving that you're Israelite. Hey, cause I remember I used to run classes every Tuesdays and Thursdays, something like that, and I would ask guys, all right, well, I need you to prove to me that you're. Now this is going back like 2 years ago when I was doing it. I used to run classes all the time, and I would throw random questions at them, right, on basic things. Okay, look, I need 3 precepts on this. I need 3 precepts on that. Okay, cause it's not all about the breakdowns too. It's all about defending the gospel as well. Okay, brothers want to come in and they just want to learn breakdowns. But you got to learn how to defend. You got to learn how to defend the gospel. You got to learn how to prove that you're Israelite. You got to learn to prove that salvation is only for Israel. We still got to keep the laws, different things like that. So Yahweh Ratazah, I'm going to be going into some precepts on that, right? Like I did at the beginning of the camp today. And anything that brothers or sisters, right? Because I'm not that type of guy. So y'all got questions too? Just comment and ask. All right, and Yahweh Ratazah, I'll edify it to the best of my ability. All right, so with that, Yahweh Tazah, you few brothers and sisters were edified. Till next time, Shalom.